So I'm going to activate her signature ability. I'm going to press D and slide. So I slide to the right, slide to the left, slide to the right, slide to the left. I swear this is a song.
Slide to the left.
Slide to the right.
I'll get that spooky ghost boy.
How's it going, everyone? Ghost here, back with another Valorant guide, and this time we're doing Neon. All the new agents, well, technically not new anymore, but you know, I'm getting up to date with them, so we're doing Neon now. Let's get right into it. Neon's first ability is called Fast Lane. She has one charge of this and it costs 300 credits. So her Fast Lane is pretty much Phoenix Wall, but times 2. So we just activate it and it just puts up 2 like walls of fire that block vision. You can walk through it. It doesn't really block any damage. It just blocks your vision, so you have a clear run onto sight like this. It goes pretty far, so you can see that it goes until it hits a surface or it just runs out of distance to go through. The cool thing with Neon's Fast Lane ability is that it can actually go through materials. So if your crosshair isn't on top of a material like this, so this isn't going to go through this box here, so when I activate it, it's going to hit there and not go through the box. But if I move my crosshair all the way to this end wall down here, my flames will go through this box here. So I'm going to activate it, and as you can see, it goes right through the box here, goes right through this big thing here, and all the way to the end wall down here. So the range on this is pretty long. It basically covers all the way to the back of garage. So it's a really nice ability to have. Just bear in mind that your crosshair is the direction it's going to go in. So if you have your crosshair over here onto this wall, that's where it's going to stop. So if you want to push further onto sight, you can't, because that's where your fast lane stops. So if you want your fast lane to go all the way to the back here, you have to aim your crosshair at this back wall here instead of here. So that way it hits this back wall and you have a clear sight, clear run into sight without having to worry about this area here. So Neon's Fast Lane ability looks like fire, but it doesn't actually do damage to anyone. So it doesn't do damage to yourself, doesn't do damage to teammates, and it doesn't do damage to enemies. So I have an enemy Neon here, and they're going to put their Fast Lane up, and I'm going to show you that my invulnerability is turned off, my auto respawn's turned on. So they're going to put their Fast Lane up, and I'm going to show you that I don't take damage from it. So as you can see, I don't take damage even if I'm standing inside Neon's Fast Lane. So it's basically just to block cover, not to do damage, not to like prevent any, you know, damage taken on yourself from gunfire or anything. It just blocks line of sight and like recons or anything like that. So Sova's recon arrow, Fade's recon abilities, it just doesn't ping you if you're caught in a location reveal ability. Alright, so Neon's second ability is called Relay Bolt. She has 2 charges of these and it costs 200 credits. So all Neon's abilities are instantly cast, so her Fast Lane, she instantly casts it, so just like that. Her Relay Bolt is an instant cast, so just click your ability and it instantly casts it. So Neon's pretty much just focused on speed, speed and efficiency, so that's why all her abilities are instant casts. But her Relay Bolt is a concussion that bounces and does a double concussion. So the simplest way is just to show you. So if you bounce it off a surface, it concusses again. So that's the first concussion and it hits that wall there, which is the second concussion. So you can concuss a large area. So if I want to curve it around the corner, if I want to concuss this area here, I stand here, throw my concussion, and it concusses both that area, which is pretty good because I can concuss that and it concusses deep. I can throw it up here. It concusses down here and up there as well, so it's really good to concuss different areas. That's why Neon is pretty good on split. I've played Neon on split a lot, and she is just a really fun duelist to play, mainly because of her speed and her abilities. Her ultimate is kind of stupid but funny, if you know what I mean. But yeah, Neon's just really fun to do on split, just mainly because of her cool abilities that she can combo into. So fast lane up, blocks all vision on sight, and then you can shock the entrances here and just push out and, you know, get those frags. You can even shock all of this, so it leaves you a very small amount of wiggle room, so you can perfect it as much as you want. But yeah, Neon's just really good on split. She won't overtake Cypher, but if we have enough Sentinels on split, then I will go Neon as a backup. But yeah, Cypher's just my go-to guy on split, just because of that one way. If you haven't seen my Cypher guide already, I suggest you check that out. It's a bit of a long one, but it's arguably my favorite one, personally. I don't know why I said arguably, because I'm arguing with myself. Anyway, so Neon's Relay Bolt is the same concussion as any concussion in the game. It slows your movement speed, it slows your fire rate, it decreases your accuracy. It's basically like any concussion. So I'm going to just concuss an enemy here behind the box there, and they're just going to show you that your movement speed slowed and your fire rate slowed. That's basically Neon's second ability. Pretty simple. Alright, so now we're going to talk about Neon's signature ability, which is High Gear. So her High Gear ability is basically her being able to run fast. So you just activate it, and this is what it looks like, and you can run pretty fast. You're also very loud when you run, so people can hear you when you run. And this is how long it lasts for. So you have the bar down here, which shows you how long you can run for. And it does increase, it does regenerate over time, so try not to use all of it in one go. So if you're pushing onto site, try and use at least a quarter or half of it, because if you need to get out of a gunfight, that's also really good to use. Not as efficient as Jet's dash, but it's still good for getting out of sticky situations, especially if you're pinned down behind screens here, getting wall banged from there. You can activate your High Gear and jump out of there. Another thing with your High Gear you can do is once it's activated, you can slide to gain extra speed and distance. So you activate your High Gear and then slide. So you just alternate fire, so right click to slide. So you can only use it once every 2 kills. So every time you get 2 kills, you can use it again. So
I'm out of here.
Activate it and then slide, and you can only do it once every 2 kills, as I said before. So if you're getting wall banged here, you can activate your High Gear and slide down there to get out of the range. But if people are good enough, then they can flick to you and you might die, you might not, just depends on if you're predictable or not. You also don't have to be holding W and looking in the direction you slide in. So similar to Jet's dash, you can dash forward, left, right, and back, but Neon can't slide back. She can only slide left, right, and forward. So I'm going to activate her signature ability. I'm going to press D and slide. So I slide to the right, slide to the left, slide to the right, slide to the left. I swear this is a song. Slide to the right, and slide to the left, and slide forward. But I can't slide backwards. So I'm holding backwards, but I can't slide backwards. Alright, so now we're going to talk about Neon's ultimate ability, which is called Overdrive. So this ultimate ability requires 7 ult points. So what it is pretty much a laser beam that's completely accurate on the move, and it promotes run and gun, which is stupid and also kind of funny. So I'm going to activate her ability, and this is what it looks like. You just hold the trigger button and you can shoot. You have your ammo down here, so once that ammo depletes, she like does a little staticky owl kind of thing. So I'll turn off infinite ammo to show you that, but this bar lets you know how much she has left of her ability. Once it gets to the bottom, her ultimate runs out and it recharges back up slowly. But once it runs out, you can't use her ult again. It's only for her signature ability, so her sprint pretty much.
Go, go, go.
So that's why the bar recharges, so you can reuse her sprint. Alright, and the cool thing with Neon's ultimate ability is when she gets kills with her ultimate ability, it resets her bar. So it's kind of like Reyna's Empress. When she gets a kill, the timer just resets. When Neon gets a kill, her bar goes back to full. So I'm going to activate my ult, and you can see the ammo down here. I keep shooting, runs out, and she does a little ow, charges back up to 40, and I can shoot again. Have an enemy here, the bars are almost depleted, but I got the kill, and my bar recharges all the way to full, and it keeps depleting until I keep getting kills. So this is how Neon is a good agent with her ult. If you can get kills with it, you can keep your ult going for the whole round. And when you have your ult active, you're also automatically sprinting, so you don't have to activate your signature ability. So you're always sprinting unless you hold shift or crouch. You can still crouch walk while you're ulting, but you are pretty much always increased speed when you're just normal running as Neon. And with her overdrive ability, it does consistent damage throughout the body, so headshot, body shot, and leg shots are all the same amount of damage, basically because it's a laser beam and you can keep it centered on someone if you're like good enough with your tracking. So this is where like aim and tracking comes into play. So if you can track an opponent, you can kill them before they kill you, unless they have better aim and they just get the headshot off you. But yeah, it's consistent, so it doesn't really matter if you do headshot, body shot, or leg shot damage. And you can also switch between your weapons while you're still ulting, so you can pull it back out, pull out your gun, and if you get a kill with your gun, it also resets your ultimate bar. So you don't have to get a kill with your finger guns, you can get a kill with your gun, with your secondary, and every kill just resets your ultimate bar pretty much. Alright, so we're at the range now, and I'm just going to show you that Neon's ultimate ability does consistent damage throughout the opponent's body, so headshot, body, and leg shots are going to be all the same damage. There is damage fall off range, so the further the enemy is, the less damage you do. There is still that factor in there, so the further they are, the less damage you do. I believe when they're close to you, you can do 22 damage throughout the body. If they're far away from you, you do 10 damage throughout the body. So I'm just going to show you that now. So 22 headshot, 22 body shot, I did that twice, and 22 leg shot. I'm going to push them back to 30 meters, and I do 14 for the head, 15 for the body,
Running low.
and 15 for the legs. So 15 basically throughout. Going to push him back to 50 meters, so even further. And the headshot does 10, body shot does 10, and the leg shots also do 10. So the further you are, the less damage you do. So 10 damage is the least amount of damage you can do, so it goes from 22 to 15 to 10. So I'm not sure what the exact stats are, you can probably Google it, but from, I'm going to say 0 to 19 meters is 22 damage, from 20 to 39 meters is 15 damage, and 50 meters plus is 10 damage. So they're the stats I'm estimating from the range, just me doing it myself, but there is probably actual stats out there, but I don't know. That's basically what the damage is. 22, 15, and then 10. That's the fall off. It's pretty simple, just try and get them close, pretty much. Alright guys, so that's the Neon guide. I hope you found that useful. Hope you learned something from that. If you did, consider hitting that subscribe and like button. And yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.